video with me on a beautiful day. Hashtag Team All Blade and hashtag No Blade Left Behind. Come on in, throw me a Subie smell, and all I gotta say is squad goals. Thank you for being here, for clicking in today's video, and for joining me. Hopefully wherever you're watching from today, you're drinking something delicious, you're sitting in a comfy chair next to a nice cozy fire, and you're ready for a shave. I know I am. Today we're gonna be talking about the brand new Yates Precision Manufacturing, the YPM Winning Razor version 2, right? They're a brand new razor, and going to be comparing it against the Henson Aggressive Razor. These are modern safety razors that set the angle for you. They are designed to reduce the amount of effort and the skill required to use a safety razor because they set the angle for you, right? And as such, they are very, very unique. I love both of these razors as a head shaver. They make shaving a circular surface very easy. And today we're going to find out with 4 days of growth which razor is smoothest, which razor is closest, and if there's a razor that I would personally prefer or recommend over the other one. I am thrilled to be doing this today with you. I have been requested to do this video so many times, so I said, why not? Let's go for it. Let's see which razor belongs in the stocking stuffer this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I just want to call this out. I love the handle on this razor. It feels so good. Again, we're going to be doing it today, and I'm excited to have you here for it. We're going to be using Phoenix Space Nog today. Space Nog. It's boozy. It smells a little bit like vanilla, a little bit like cinnamon, and it smells like absolutely like something you want to get out of a little cup, right? You want to drink this out of a little cup or a big mug to deal with family, right? I love this scent. Again, beautiful scent by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I got this a few years ago, and I still think it is absolutely one that punches way above as far as like the scents I would choose this time of year, right? If I were to stack rank them, right, just get them all side by side, this is the one I think I would pick up more often than the other ones for the holiday scents. I love this. Again, boozy, vanilla-y. It smells like eggnog with a little bit of a little bit of fun. I like this one a lot. Again, we're going to be using that today. Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Space Nog. I've already got it lathered up, and we used our Cyclotrode brush. I like the Cyclotrode brush. It's one from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Again, I love that they let us put our name next to theirs down in the links below because it helps the channel continue to do things like this. And their new brush is really great. Take a look at this. That synthetic knot whips up such a pudding-like, shiny, slick lather. Today's lather is just on point. Look at this stuff. Nothing but soap. Nothing but soap. Let's throw a little bit extra on there. We're going to want a little bit more protection. These are definitely more efficient safety razors, right? Even though they are designed with angle, intended to be used by a novice, they definitely have some efficiency and some real performance. So I'm excited to knock down the 4 days of stubble. Let's start today with the Winning Razor version 2.0. Again, Jake sent this our way to be able to do some reviews, and I'm thrilled to have the chance and opportunity to do it today with you. This razor is one that when it came out, I got super excited because the original one was not ergonomic, right? It was completely flat. I didn't love the handle. They've gone in. I think this is, in my personal opinion, the best handle that Yates produces currently. It has absolutely tons of texture, lots of grip, lots of different lengths and widths as far as these little grooves go. So your fingers just never seem to get clogged or there's never seems to be anything too slippery with the handle. I love that they came in and they completely opened up the lather channel so it flows beautifully. I personally, even though it's a machine raw finish, it's done gorgeous. If you just look at the way that everything is kind of like designed with the lather, with the head cap with the lines on it, right? These lines on it, I think really play well with the other lines that Jake has gone in and designed around. Now the razors, when you set them side by side like this, the Yates is a little taller, it's a little wider. You can see the bevels are slightly different, right? The bevels are different on the Winning version 2 versus the version 1 by a lot. But when you set it next to the Henson razor, right, you'll see this bevel, it actually starts a little sooner, and it's a little longer on the Yates, right? It's a little bit taller of a head, and you can see the lather bar is considerably larger, right? Look at the lather bar here. Considerably larger. So you have more material engaging the skin here with less blade exposure. I want to call this out, even though I thought originally that this razor was shaving with the performance of the aggressive Henson. If you look at the blade exposure seems like it's substantial, right? Seems like it is fundamentally a lot more blade exposure on the Henson side, and that's how it felt on the face today when I was shaving. The moment it touched my face, I said, this is the aggressive Henson. It has some blade feel to it. Whereas the Winning razor, I didn't get that. Now the Henson's only 38 grams, so it's a little lighter, right? Well, actually, a lot lighter than the 102 grams that the brand new winning razor is at. But I think the 102 grams almost helps with the smoothness that this razor really performs with. My neck shave absolutely loves this razor. It flows well. The pins, as far as the tolerances go, have been increased. I love everything that Jake has done to make this razor not only shave better, but to increase the tolerances of it and to also reduce the suction effect, right, that a lot of people complain about. Let's see how it does with 4 days of growth again. Derby Premium Black, so you can hear it. This is going with the grain. Now, I called this out on my first shave because the winning razor version 1 did not shave super close with the grain, right? And I had people originally ask me that had bought that razor, they said, am I even using the safety razor right? Is the with the grain pass even something that you should be doing? And I said, absolutely, you should. With other razors, right? You really want to practice that. And I think this razor also helps to kind of institute good form. That was something I thought about as I was shaving. I said, this is now, I think, even a better newbie razor because it's going to teach you not to press. It teaches what a good three pass good form is going to produce, and it lets you kind of bridge into a razor that maybe has a little more blade fill, because this still has blade fill to it. It's very smooth. The flow on this razor is beautiful. I know the only complaint right now from everybody watching this is they're sold out, and I know that's a huge downside to Yates razors, because they are all made by Jake, right? And we have to understand that Jake is still just one guy making these razors, and he's not like this mass manufacturing like company that's able to turn them out like a ton. Like I said, 4 days of growth here. I know it's going to get kind of gross. It is a lot of growth, but I need to shave, and I wanted to do it with you. And I wanted to do it with you with these kind of sets the angle for you, because a lot of them do not flow well, right? And a lot of people will complain. They say, like, you know, with 3, 4, 5 days of growth, they don't shave well. I tend to disagree, and I wanted to show why. I absolutely love the new Yates razor. I can't get enough of this thing. The new winning razor is absolutely, in my opinion, an improved variation with every aspect of the original one, as far as, like, if you're a person that used the original one and didn't like the feel of it, didn't like the suction of it, didn't like the performance of it, right, wanted more from every single aspect, all those things have been changed, improved, and look at this, absolutely to the bone level smooth with our 3-pass technique. And that's why I like this one. I really like this one. I can already feel this drastic line on my head in between where the winning razor's been shaving and where I need to use the Henson. Oh my goodness, I love this. Huge shout out and massive thanks to Jake for including us and allowing us to be part of the debut and release of this razor, because it's one, as a bald man, like I said, I really have come to appreciate, and I'm gonna be using a lot more. I like this one a lot. All right, switch it up. Grab our Henson here. The Henson's so much lighter. So if you were coming into the safety razor kind of category and you pick up the Henson, it's going to feel like your cartridge, right? 38 grams. It feels so much like something you would, pick up at the store, as far as like what you're probably, if you're brand new to the craft, what you're used to. But where it kind of falls off is in the blade fill, right? Most modern cartridge razors have no blade fill to it. This razor, the moment, look at that. As soon as I start to press, I can get a lot of blade fill. I think that the Henson, right, as far as the smoothness goes, falls short as far as compared to the winning razor. And the reason why, I think, is because of the weight. It almost feels like you're doing this, right? It almost feels like you have to add a little bit extra behind each swipe with this amount of growth. Take a look at this. And I mean, I can't make this stuff up, right? You're seeing it just as much as I am. It definitely feels a little bit more tuggy as far as, the actual performance of it. It's shaving really well, and it is shaving with the grain, with the aggressive version. But again, it doesn't have that same kind of beautiful performance as like the other one does. It really doesn't. It doesn't have I can't explain it. The other one just feels so inviting. It feels very easy to use. It flows so well, and the smoothness that it has is just unparalleled. It really is. The Henson's working, but it almost feels like I'm having to kind of chomp through it. The winning razor doesn't feel that way at all, especially with this level of growth. Now, usually I don't shave with this level of growth, But today for you guys, I did it. I wanted to wait. I wanted to really push both razors. And because this is such a highly requested video, I really wanted to give it everything I had. So I hope you appreciate as much as I'm enjoying this shave, right? This shave is good. It's really good. It's really close, and it is very comfortable on both sides. I don't want to like overstate things. This is very, very, very comfortable. It's a very close shave, and it's very, very efficient on the aggressive side. Now, Henson kind of did some weird things with their aggressive aluminum razor, right? Where it wasn't available on their website. You had to go through a different source, a different store, right? This is when you had to actually go to the TRC store and buy it. They did some weird marketing with this razor originally, which I didn't love. It made it really hard to understand what was available from Henson. But as far as the way it shaves, right? If you're just looking at performance only, and honestly, I don't like the handle as much. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't like the handle nearly as much as the winning razor. This razor for me is when I do like to use a little alum, whereas the winning razor, I don't feel like you really have to. Now with a little alum, this gets really grippy. Gets really, really grippy. And if you've watched previous videos we've done on this razor, I love it. I think it's a great shaver. It's funny when you get that new thing and you're like, okay, let's really side by side it. And you just notice some of the things that have been improved and some of the things you kind of like, have just kind of gotten used to, right? Some of the things that maybe bug you or annoy you, but you're like, it still works, right? It works good enough. I love that Yates is just like kind of improved a lot of those things that were just not there for me 100% as far as this razor, right? As far as this one goes, this one is really nice. It's just, for me, it's just not quite as smooth with this amount of growth on my head. That's just the plain honest, my opinion here, YMMV kind of situation. But you can see I'm having to do a lot more cleanup to get it equally smooth. This side, man, is still not quite as smooth as this one. That's crazy. Tell you what we're going to do. We'll get cleaned up here and re-lathered up, and I'll be back. Boy, that was a close shave on both sides of my head. Absolutely fantastic razor. I have to be really honest here. I prefer the winning razor. I have to say, I didn't think it was going to be the case. I thought it was going to be neck and neck, and it really isn't. When it comes to the head-to-head, right, and as far as my skin goes, this side of my head is a lot less happy than this side. I noticed it when I was lathering. I was like, oh boy, I actually really liked that I didn't have to do quite as many passes and as many strokes with the winning razor to get an equal shave. Look at how nicely that shaves. Like, you see that line? Just takes the stubble off so nice. Again, wow, huge improvements on the winning razor. Absolutely blown away. Really nice head shave. Again, available kind of, right? If you can find one on their website before they sell out really, really fast, absolutely consider it. It's only $70 for a fully stainless steel modern safety razor made with modern tolerances that does that. It just wipes the lather right off of my head, right? It feels like a squeegee. It honestly does. I've said that before a couple times with the Yates razor, right? I use their 921, and their 921 to me feels like a squeegee. Now, as far as is it getting anything off, it didn't get anything off on the top of my head, but I can feel right here. I can actually feel where the razor is just chomping through stuff. It's finding a little bit of like, just a little layer of growth and taking it down. It's so nice. It really is a well-designed, well-made, really close shaver. Take a look at this. I want to be really transparent with everybody here. This is after the Henson Aggressive Pass. Look at this thing. It shaves absolutely to the bone. I really like this razor a lot. Massive shout out to Yates, right? I don't know what more of a commercial you could give, right? That's like the 100% honest truth there. It shaved that close and that easily with that much effort. And I really, really, really like that from both like an amateur shaver all the way up to an expert shaver. Less passes is going to equal happier skin, and it's going to honestly make it more enjoyable for a person that's in a rush, right? You're not sitting there buffing your head a million times, which is going to be nice. Now let's try the Henson Aggressive on this other side here. The Henson for me is a very, very nimble razor, right? It's easy to do these fast passes when you have low amounts of growth. Very, very easy. Take a look though. I mean, we're not getting anything out there, not getting anything off. And that's, I didn't think we would ever get anything off of this side of my head. But I will say I can feel the Henson blade quite a bit more actually than the winning razor. quite a bit more than the winning razor, but I'm not getting that same kind of like, I can feel the blade going through stuff on the back of my head like I could with the winning razor. See, now both of these sides are the same, which I have to give a nod to the YPM winning razor. I really do. As a bald man, I like both of these, like I've said before, but I'm really kind of, like, as much as I'm enjoying today's shave, right? As much as I'm enjoying today's shave, the shave tomorrow will be with the winning razor. I can tell you that much. It's beautifully close. It's extremely comfortable on both sides of my head. Again, I don't want to be like a hyperbole, right? I don't want to speak too highly of the winning razor compared to the Henson, because they're not that much different from the two. Like, honestly, side by side, they're not extremely different. But when it comes down to which one I would prefer day to day, the one that's going to be the one that knocks down 4 days of growth without problems, right? With less passes, that's an automatic win for me. It has the efficiency, it has flow, it really is able to perform and keep up with the Henson, right? If not make a better, closer, faster shave, which in my opinion is just an easy, flat out win. Let's get some splash on here and see how we did. Oh my goodness, it's close, it's comfortable, it's beautiful, it's to the bone. There's no nicks, no dings, no redness, and no irritation. It's so smooth. Skin that says touch me. I've been missing this. I needed this today. Thank you for being here. If you haven't, please go below, smash that sub button. Let me know in the comments you enjoyed the shave as much as me, or even if you didn't. I appreciate talking to all of you. Until I see you all again, I'm going to get out and enjoy a perfectly BBS, beautiful shave, and I'm going to give my nod to this one. I'll see you in our next shave, and until then, Subes out.